Hey folks, Daily Landsblog here, and this is the continuation of yesterday. That's right, Brando is hyped up, he's excited. Hey boy, what's going on? Pan over, Case, pan over. Get a shot of him. You can't see him? Oh, he's at the top of the stairs. He's probably going to start barking in a second, but that's okay. Because his good friends from 1-800-GOT-JUNK are here. It is an exciting time in my house. So, here's a message that goes out to John in Dryden, who wants his mom, especially his mom and his family, to understand why he's depressed. So I would like everyone to gather around. That's right. Okay. Hi, mom of John Dryden and the rest of you. Hey, you guys are looking pretty good. Happy holidays, by the way, to all of you. So here's without having met your son, I can tell you what I told my parents. And I have an 85-year-old mom, just like you, John Dryden's mom. And I told my mom, because as a parent myself, I know that there's a huge sense of guilt for almost anything that goes on. But there's this feeling that, am I responsible for this? Is my son unhappy because of me? Well, Mrs. John and Dryden's mom, let me tell you, the depression has nothing to do with anything that you could have done. Depression is this illness. It's not a virus, and it's not bacteria, and it's not necessarily inflammation or anything like that, but it's some kind of change in your son's brain that prevents him from experiencing joy. And because of that, everything becomes less interesting, everything tastes less good. And you may not understand that because most people can't if they haven't suffered it. But what your son is going through is kind of like when you have a cold and you can't taste anything. So someone might say, well, why can't you taste? And you would say, because I have a cold. And they would understand that. Even though you may still love the food, you can't taste it. And that's what's going on with your son. He can't experience joy, not because he doesn't want to, and not because you haven't given him joyous things, but because somewhere in his brain, he has lost the chemical needed to feel joy. So he looks at you and he looks at other people in the family and he says to himself, man, I love these people. I know how much I love these people, but I can't feel it the way I used to feel it, no matter how hard I try. And that's not your fault, and that's not your fault, and anybody there in the room, I'm looking around for all the people in the room. Thank you for gathering around. It's nobody's fault. It's just a really, really crappy illness. And I know what it's like. Wake up in the morning and think, you know what? I can't experience joy. And that is the most frustrating thing that I've ever experienced, and I think that's probably what John is going through. I hope that helped. Let me know, not you, John, because obviously you got your message now, but I would do it again if you want me to be very specific. But let me know if there's someone that you want me to talk to on the Landsblog and tell me what it is you want them to understand that maybe you have a tough time explaining. That's why we are here, Case, because we're doing shit like that. 364 days a year, 24 hours a day. SickNotWeak is here, and I'm coming up to a big day off. Man, that is going to be sweet. Maybe I'll go to Wonderland. I hate Wonderland.
I think it's probably closed.
Yeah, maybe I'll go to the, why would I say that? Wonderland.